Welcome to tonight's section, well, I shouldn't say section, I guess, because they're no longer in Section AAA, but the HOL girls basketball matchup between the Breckenridge Cowgirls and the Barnesville Trojans. Breckenridge enters tonight's game with a record of 3-0 and 1-0 in the conference. Barnesville is 2-0, and this will be their conference opener. On the season, Breckenridge is averaging 59 points per game and only allowing 37.7 points per game. Barnesville scoring 64 points per game and giving up 43. So both teams are around 21-point difference between what they average scoring and what they average giving up. I think tonight you're going to see both teams are going to press and look to push the tempo. Try to force the other teams into some situations they don't want to be in, create some turnovers. I think there's a couple key matchups here for tonight's game that are going to be crucial in the outcome for either team. And that's going to be Abby John for Barnesville versus Parker Yagi for Breckenridge. And then also that's going to be Aaron Blofis for Breckenridge versus either, we'll see who Barnesville's going to have guard her, whether that's Ava Fallinstead or Lexi Haft. We're about 45 seconds away from the national anthem, where the voice of the Lady Trojans tonight will be Nathan Strand. And we're about to take the national anthem, so I'm going to take the headset off. Now we'll move to the starting lineups, courtesy of Nathan Strand, voice of the Lady Trojans. I think a key tonight for both teams is going to be limiting the turnovers. As we said before, both teams are going to look to push the tempo, press. And I think the rebound battle, you're going to see Breck has some good size, and Barnesville might be undersized in some positions. So it'll come down to effort and controlling the boards. So here's the starting lineup for Breckenridge. Sydney Roberts, Parker Yagi, Piper Janing, Emily Gowan, and then Aaron Blofis, the 6-foot junior. Kennedy Gray, first starter for the Trojans.
At another guard, a 5'3" junior, number 4,
Sophie Frederick, the second starter for the Trojans.
Number 23, Abby John.
Abby John's the third starter for the Trojans.
At forward, a 5'8" junior, number 24,
Lexi Haft is the fourth starter for the Trojans. Then Ava Fallinstead's the last starter for the Trojans. So as you heard with the heights, there's going to be a definite advantage to Breckenridge with Aaron Blofis in the middle standing 6 feet tall. Be interesting to see how Barnesville guards her and how they handle her on the boards. It's about time to play hoops, so with this short period of time before, we're going to thank our sponsors: Lee's Electric, Ratso's Pool Hall, Four Hill Farms, Ball Green Construction, Midwest Bank, Barnesville Grocery, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, and Dean's Bulk Service. Thank you to our officials tonight: Glenn Roll, Brian Bond. Let's play hoops. Tips won by the Trojans. Kennedy Gray's going to take it. Her layup's no good. Deflected out of bounds by the Cowgirls. I believe that was going to be off number 24, Loftus. By the way, third official that I missed is Noah Glad. Trojans inbound, up top to Haft. Sets a screen in the corner for Frederick. She's going to be bumped by Parker Yagi. That'll be Yagi's first, the Cowgirls' first. Trojans inbound on the far side. John has it, top of the key. Calling for some action. Starting in a box set. Gray has it. Enters into Fallingstead, who takes a drop step. Her layup's no good. Rebound goes to Yagi. Yagi will bring it up, picked up by John. Gowan will set it up. Gowan's looking inside. Roberts. Comes the screen from Blofus. Gowan to drive. Back to Roberts. She's going to spin move. Her layup's long. John with the board. She's going to look to push. She's got Gray in the corner. Back inside, deflected out of bounds by number 21, Emily Gowan. Trojans will have a baseline out of bounds play. 59 seconds into the game. Score is 0-0. Coming out in that 4-high look again. John drives in. She's fouled. She'll go to the line for two. We'll wait to see who the foul's on. Foul's going to be on 0. Sydney Roberts. Oh, excuse me. On 10. My bad. Number 10, Piper Janey. So her first, nonetheless. Breck's second. John's first free throw is up and good. Second one's on the way. That one's long. Good hustle by Yagi and Haft. Gowan has it. Here comes a screen from Blofus. Stolen by Haft. Throws it up to Gray. Got a collision there. The foul's going to go on number 2, Kennedy Gray, as she knocked over number 10, Piper Janey. It's Trojans' first foul, and that's Gray's first foul as well. Gowan to bring it up. Her and Yagi discussing what the play is going to be. Passes across to Janine. Nice cut by Roberts into the middle. Her shot's up, no good. Rebound John. She's going to look to go. Double teamed as she comes up the side. Lots of contact, no calls. Gray's three from the corner is no good. Hits the top of the backboard and goes out of bounds. Cowgirls will take over. Gowan has it. Back to Yagi. Yagi will bring it up. Pressure by number 4, Sophie Frederick. Frederick will take Janine as well. Robert's going to drive. Gowan to set it up to Blofus. Yagi's going to get a screen up top. Dive to the block. Ball's deflected. Here comes the game's first jump ball. Talked about that matchup before. Yagi versus John. Cowgirls will keep possession. Set up their baseline out of bounds. I think they're fixing a foul from previously. I think they assigned a foul to number 10. I believe they're going to change that to number 0, Sydney Roberts. I think that's what they're doing. Not being able to hear. Ball's passed in. Janine has it. Guarded by Fallingstead. Hands off to Roberts. Gives it up to Yagi. Yagi's going to look to drive. Clears some space. Her layup's up. No good, but she's fouled by number 23, Abby John. She'll go to the line for 2. John's first, Trojans second. Yagi to the line for 2 free throws. Yagi's first one is good. Ties the game up with 15:42 left in the first half. Yagi's second one is long. Good hustle by Ava Fallinstead to track it down in the corner. Here comes Kennedy Gray. She's going to drive middle here. Near corner to Frederick. Drives. Ball's deflected out of bounds. I think they're going to say it's off Frederick. Cowgirls will take it. Here comes a little full court pressure by the Trojans. Yagi. Gray knocks it out of Godwin's hands. Finds Frederick for a three-pointer from the wing. That one's good. Frederick continuing her hot streak from the Tuesday night as she knocked down multiple threes for the Trojans. Ball is flying all around right now. Good effort play by John, and I believe that's Sydney Roberts from Breck. Fallingstead back up to Gray. John's going to drive in for a layup. Dishes to Fallingstead. Ball's deflected. Finds Frederick. Haft. Pass to Fallingstead. Her layup's good. Here comes that full court pressure. Breck gets it in. Janning's bringing it up. Has Yagi in the middle. Finds Parker. Parker defended by John. Skips it across. Roberts in the corner for 3. Her three's good. Much needed bucket by the Cowgirls. Here comes a little 2-2-1 press from Breck. Frederick tries to break it going down middle. It's not where you want to go. You want to get it up the side against the 2-2-1. Actually, that works. Let's see. Loftus has it up top. Face guarding there a little bit, or denying by Haft. John's going to steal it from Yagi. A little hesitation move. She's going to drive in with a beautiful left-handed layup. Breck trying to break the press. Throws it deep to Blofus. Has it in the corner. Throws it inside. Nice pass. And that layup's good by number 10, Piper Janey. Lots of contact. Yagi's blocked out of bounds by number 24, Lexi Haft. Right now it is a track meet. It is up and down, up and down. It's hard to keep track. Lots of substitutions here. Number 4 and number 25 for the Cowgirls. Number 4 is Ava Janning, and number 25 is Ellie Brewer. Checking into the game for the Trojans, number 14, Annika Cassette. And number 15, Macy Pana. Yagi drives in. Nice little floater. It's long. Rebound goes to Pana. She's met by Yagi right away. Roberts picks up John, about 3/4 of the court. John kicks far wing to Cassette. Now they're going to slow it down and set up the offense. John looks inside. Nothing there. Has Pana at the top of the key for 3. Her 3 rims in and out. Rebound goes to the Cowgirls. And that was by Sydney Roberts. Ava Janey bringing it up. Throwing it inside. Number 25, Ellie Brewer. That ball is deflected out of bounds by Abby John. Cowgirls will take it out of bounds. Running a little 4 across, low set. Comes a nice screen by Yagi. She'll roll. Not there. To get it into Roberts. Screen from Yagi for Roberts. Dribbles it off her foot. Stolen by John. Picked up by Roberts. John has Cassette. She's going to throw up a 3 from the wing. That one's short. Rebound goes to Yagi. Yagi was picked up by John. You can already tell right there by watching her, Yagi's got good handles, but her pocket is picked by Abby John. Abby John goes coast to coast for a layup. Here comes Ava Janning. Nice little step through move. Her layup's good. Both teams look a little gassed right now. They're both struggling to get up and down the court. Here comes that little press again. John gets it across. Pana somehow stays in bounds. To Haft, who's going to set up the offense. Little dribble handoff to Pana. John has it on the wing. She drives. Fallingstead's three from the corner. That one's long. Rebound goes to Yagi. Yagi will slow the pace. Gives it to Roberts. Slowing it down a little bit. Screen. Janine. Mishandled by Roberts, but she stays in the front court. Hits Yagi on a cut. Passes across. And she's fouled. Ellie Brewer will go to the line for two. Yagi was able to get into the lane to force that help side defense. Trojans didn't rotate in time. And Brewer will go to the line for two. First one's good. That foul was on number 30, Ava Fallingstead. Team's third. Her first, team's third. 11:36 to go. Trojans lead the Cowgirls 10-9. Brewer's second free throw attempt. Short. Rebound goes to Yagi. That three's long. No fans were yelling. I don't think our clock didn't start. That happens, especially with the new shot clock rules in effect this year. A lot more buttons need to be pushed. A lot more switches need to be hit. Cassette's three is good. Pana picks up Gowan. Back to Yagi. Back to Gowan. Little hot potato. Get it across. Janine's long two is up. That one rims in and out. Rebound goes to Ava Fallingstead. And she's fouled. We'll wait to see who the foul is on. Number 4, so that foul is going to be on Ava Janine. Her first, team's third. Refs are letting them play, and that's good. This is classic HOL rivalry. Two teams that are very familiar with each other, two teams that love to play each other. Hintz's three from the wings, no good. Hustle by both teams. Looks like it was out of bounds on number 30, Ava Fallingstead. Cowgirls will take control. Yagi to enter it. Gowan will bring it up for the Cowgirls. Coach Bogenreef telling him to slow it down, telling him to play. See what he comes up with. High pick and roll here by Yagi. Gowan's going to get to the hole. Little scoop layup, no good, but she's fouled. By the Trojans, number 14, Annika Cassette. That's her first personal, team's fourth. Gowan to the line for two. First one is short. Substitutions for the Trojans, number 10, Bella Snowball. 0 for the Cowgirls, Sydney Roberts. And then number 24, Erin Blofis. Gowan's second attempt. That one's also short. Rebound goes to Macy Pana. Here comes a little full court pressure by Gowan. She finds Cassette. Little handoff to Thompson. Thompson's going to look to drive. Skips it across. Too hot to handle for Snowball. Stolen by Blofis. Turnover Trojans. Roberts will bring it up for the Cowgirls. Goes far wing, far corner now to Janine. Nice move by Roberts. Her shot's good. Impressive post move by the guard. Hintz skips it across on the press break. Finds Pana, who will drive middle. Her floater's up, no good. Rebound goes to Blofis. She loses control. Ball ends up in Auburn Hintz's hands. Hintz gets a layup. Trojans lead 15-11. Cowgirls break the press break. Janine has it. Layup for her. Talked about a track meet. It is a track meet right now. It's a lot of up and down, not a lot of set defense. Everything's happening in transition. Trojans get the ball up, find Hintz in the corner. She'll throw up a three. That one's in and out. Rebound goes to Gowan. She'll push. She's got Janine ahead. Blofis has it. To Roberts. Into Blofis. Thompson gets it. Ball's going to be out of bounds off the Trojans. Checking into the game for the Trojans, number 4, Sophie Frederick. Number 2, Kenny Gray. Number 23, Abby John. Checking in for the Cowgirls, number 3, Parker Yagi. Cowgirls will inbound here on the near sideline. It's corner, tough spot to inbound from. It's a little awkward. She gets it in. Deflected out of bounds by Abby John. Now the inbound on the sideline near half court. A little easier here as you have that whole backcourt to throw into. Gowan will bring it up. Coach Bogrenreef calling on a play. A little confusion, but Gowan's going to take it all the way, and that layup's good. Ties it up at 15s. Not sure if that's what they wanted, but that worked. Nice play by Gowan. Gray will break the press, gets it into John's hands. She's going to look to drive, kicks it across the Snowball. She's fouled. That basket's good. Bella Snowball to the line for an and one. That foul is going to go on number 24, Blofis. What was unique about Snowball's and one there, where she threw that off the backboard, was towards the top of the backboard. That angle is really tough to where she threw it off of, so very impressive that it went in. Her free throw's up, and it's good. The old-fashioned three-point play for Bella Snowball. Here comes that full court pressure. Yagi will bring it up, pressure by Frederick. Blofis to Roberts. Frederick tried to steal from behind. Yagi's going to take it all the way for an easy layup. No help side defense there for the Trojans. Skipped ahead to Gray. She'll look to push. Picks her dribble up across half court. Hand off to Thompson will let it rain from three. That one's long. Good effort play by Blofis and Snowball. We'll see who it's deflected off about. It's going to be off Snowball, I believe. I believe they're pointing the Cowgirls' way. And Blofis is injured in the play. We'll see what's hopefully nothing serious. Shout out to Shane Siegler, the athletic trainer for Barnesville. Right on that, making sure everything's okay. Checking in for the Cowgirls, number 25, Ellie Brewer, and number 24, Lexi Haight. So it'll be the Trojans' ball. So I thought they pointed the Cowgirls' way, but it's going to stay with Barnesville. John has it, near corner, gets a screen from Haight. Haight rolls, will attack the basket, throws one up. Saved by Snowball. Thrown out of bounds by number 2, Kennedy Gray. She assumed someone would be in that far corner, but no one was home. Yagi to enter for the Cowgirls. Gowan has it. She'll look to break the press herself, and she has. She's going to drive. Kicks it to Brewer. Her layup is good. That's just too easy. Gray's going to throw up a three. That one's no good. Roberts has the board. Yagi will bring it up. As I said, there's not a lot of set defense. All these shots are happening in transition. Roberts' three's short. Rebound goes to Snowball. She's fouled on the play by number 25, Ellie Brewer. And as a coach, I think you want to force these quick shots, but the fact that both teams continuously are taking these quick shots, probably frustrating for Coach Baumstead and Coach Bogrenreef. Frederick gets the ball from Gray, breaking the press, throws it back to Gray, give it to John to set up some offense. She's going to look to drive. She'll take it. Lots of contact. And she'll go to the line for two. That fall's going to go on Sydney Roberts. John to the line for two. Cowgirls leading 19-18 with 7:23 left. John's first one's good. A couple substitutions for the Cowgirls. Number 30, Chastity Hansen. And number 4, Ava Janey. John's second one is short. Looks like it's going to be deflected out of bounds by number 25, Ellie Brewer. Ball will stay with the Trojans on the baseline. What kind of blob are they going to run here? John cuts hard. Throws it up top to Frederick, who has it. Gets it to Abby John. She'll look to drive. Her layup's good. Talk about help side defense. Too little, too late right there. Yagi will break the press. Her scoop layup's no good, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line for two. We'll wait to see who the foul's on. Foul's going to go on number 10, Bella Snowball. Her first, team's fifth. Yagi to the line for two. First one's good from Parker Yagi. Checking into the game for the Cowgirls. That'll be Emily Gowan, and then for the Trojans, Ava Fallinstead, number 30. Yagi's second free throw. That one's good, ties the game up. Turnover, nice steal by Gowan. Janning's layup's no good. And that's going to be a jump ball. Ball will stay with the Cowgirls. And that's that interesting rule here, right? Barnesville had it. Breck forced a jump ball, and they take it in the front court, and it's only going to be a 20-second shot clock, not a full 35. That's the unique rule in Minnesota. North Dakota, I believe that would be a full 35. Janning's three from the top of the key. That one's good. Cowgirls lead 23-21. Gray layup's no good. Good press break by the Trojans, but couldn't make that one. Gowan has it to the corner to Janning. Nice shot fake. She drives in. She's fouled. We'll see who the foul's on. That's Hafe's first foul. The Trojans 6. So both teams have 6 fouls. Next one's going to put them in the bonus. Substitution for the Trojans, number 22, Auburn Hintz, number 15, Macy Pana. Second free throw is up and good. Cowgirls lead 25-21. Fallinstead shot no good. Offensive board by Hintz. She was behind the backboard and hit the back of the backboard, which is out of bounds. Cowgirls will inbound, leading 25-21 with 6:19 left. Pana applies the pressure. Janning has it. Guarded by Hintz. Hands off to Gowan. Gowan defended by number 15, Macy Pana. She'll drive. Help defense by Fallinstead, but not enough. Gowan's layup goes. Cowgirls have opened up a 6-point lead. Turnover on the Trojans. Yagi's going to be fouled. We'll see who the foul is on. It's either going to be Macy Pana or Abby John. Foul's going to go on number 15, Macy Pana. Her first, Trojans 7th, so they're in the bonus, the Cowgirls are. Yagi's first free throw's up and good. Second one is up and good. Here comes a press again by the Cowgirls. Hafe looks to skip it up. That one's going to sail out of bounds, a little too much. Turnover. That one's going to force a timeout by the Trojans head coach Ryan Baumstead, with the Cowgirls leading 29-21, 5:44 left in the first half. With that timeout, we'll take time to thank our sponsors: Lee's Electric, Ratzo's Pool Hall, Four Hill Farms, Ballgreen Construction, Midwest Bank, Barnesville Grocery, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, and Dean's Bulk Service. Looking ahead in our activity schedule, so tomorrow, Friday, December 8th, we will be sending our JV girls and varsity girls to Kindred for a 6 o'clock JV game, 7:15 varsity game. And we'll be sending our JV junior high wrestlers and varsity wrestlers to Lake Park, Audubon for a duel. 6 o'clock JV junior high starts and 7:30 with the varsity starts. Saturday, our 7th and 8th grade girls basketball teams will be traveling to Ada for a 9 a.m. start tournament. And then our varsity wrestlers will be going to West Central area for a tournament starting at 9:30. Seven seconds left here in the timeout. Cowgirls out of the huddle first. Cowgirls will have possession of the ball, leading 29-21 with 5:44 left. Gowan enters it to Yagi. Going to slow the pace a little bit. Yagi defended by John. She'll look to take her. Nice wraparound pass, but too hot to handle. Janine kicks it to Yagi. She'll drive. Her floater no good. And that's going to be a charge on number 3, Parker Yagi. Good help defense by the Trojans. Yagi beat John on a drive, but not sure if that was Haft or Fallinson that stepped in and stayed outside of that cylinder. That's crucial. John skips it across. Ball's deflected. Yagi will bring it up. She pushes it to Janine. Looks to drive. Picks up her dribble. She traveled. Turnover, Cowgirls. Here comes a timeout by Coach Bogenreef. With that timeout, we'll continue the activity schedule for next week. Next Monday, December 11th, we'll be having an elementary program here in the Performing Arts Center, starting at 7 o'clock. It's 5th and 6th grade. Our 7th and 8th grade girls will be traveling to DGF for a 4 o'clock 7th grade game and a 5 o'clock 8th grade game. So right now, the Cowgirls have the momentum. They've been able to get to the free throw line, and I think, getting into the bonus right away, and they're the more aggressive team right now. I think Barnesville's settling for shots, and I'm sure that's something Coach Baumsted's going to talk about. Don't settle for all these threes. Look to put the ball down and get to the hole. All right, Trojans to inbound. Haft inbounds to Hintz, who's going to look to break the press, bring it up the side. Back to John. Here comes Haft. Kicks it far corner to Pana. She drives. Deflected by Gowan. Stolen by Janine. Janine will push. Loftus back to Janine. Deflected out of bounds by the Trojans' Lexi Haft. Substitutions for the Trojans. Number 2, Kennedy Gray, and number 4, Sophie Frederick. Janine has it. She'll look to drive middle. Gets it to Brewer. Back to Ava Janine. She drives. Little scoop layup, no good. Fight for the ball. That's going to be a jump ball. Looks like the possession will go with the Trojans. Good effort by both teams there. Those are those 50-50 balls you want to win. Every coach talks about the 50-50 balls because both teams have a 50-50 chance to win it. And Abby John's going to go coast to coast with that layup. If breaking the press was that easy, everybody would do it. Janine's 3 from the near side. That one's long. Rebound. Going to go to number 24. That's Erin Blofus, but she's fouled. So the 6-foot junior, Erin Blofus, will go to the line for a 1-and-1. That foul was on Lexi Haft, her second. Trojans' 8th. That one's long. Rebound goes to Haft. John will look to push. Has Frederick in the corner. Back to John. She'll put a 3 up from the wing. That one's long. Rebound goes to Janine. Passes to her sister. She'll bring it up. And that foul is going to go on Abby John. It's going to be the Trojans' 9th team foul. It's going to be John's 2nd foul. So a couple Trojans here with 2 fouls with a little under 4 minutes left in the first half. And that's decision time for Coach Baumsted. Do you trust your players not to pick up their 3rd? Or do you play it safe and pull them out of the game? Janine's first free throw is good. Looks like he's going to trust John to stay in there with those 2 fouls. Cowgirls lead 30-23 with 3:54 left. Janine's second free throw is nothing but net. Extends that lead to 8, 31-23. They break the press. Fallingshead skips it across to Frederick. Long 2. That one's no good. Rebound goes to Janine. Gets it ahead to her little sister. Gowan has it. Near wing. Throws it inside. Brewer had it deflected out of bounds by Fallingshead. Cowgirls will take it out of bounds on the sideline. Near sideline. Cowgirls lead 31-23, 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Janine has it. Comes a screen from Blofis. She fights through it. Stolen by Snowball. Frederick will bring it up. John has it. Contact. We'll see who the foul's on. Going to be on number 25, Ellie Brewer. Her second, team's eighth. So Abby John to the line for a 1-and-1. Scores 31-23. Cowgirls lead. 3:17 to go. John for the 1-and-1. First one's good. Second free throw is on the way. That one's also good. Cowgirls 31, Trojans 25. Janine bringing it across. The pace has slowed a bit. Both teams have taken their foot off the gas a little bit. Kennedy Gray gets that board. Brings up the side. Skips it across to Frederick. She's open for a three from the corner. That one's long. Good hustle by Gowan. Gowan will bring it up. Janine looks to drive. Spin move. They're going to call a jump ball. Possession will stay with the Cowgirls. Nice little play by Janine. Drove middle and spun back towards the baseline. There's an up screen. Get into Blofis. Her layup's no good. Rebound goes to Snowball. Lots of contact. We'll see what happens here. Maybe it could go either way. So the foul was on 24. Erin Blofis, her second, team's ninth. So Bella Snowball to the line for a 1-and-1 with 2:36 left in the first half. Cowgirls leading 31-25. Snowball's first free throw is good. Cowgirls lead 31-26. See hands on the hips out there. You can see a lot of these girls are tired. Halftime is much needed. Snowball's second free throw is also good. Cuts the lead to 4. Cowgirls lead 31-27 with 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Janine bringing it across. Back to Gowan. Janine has it. Hits a cutting Brewer. She throws up a shot, no good. Board goes to John. She will push. And John is fouled. Another coast-to-coast action there by Abby John. We'll see who the foul is on. Foul's on 21. Emily Gowan, that's her first, team's 10th. So double bonus for both teams the rest of the way. John's free throw's no good, goes in and out. 2:16 to go. Cowgirls lead 31-27. John's second one is good. 31-28, 2:16 left. Gowan's bringing it across. Here comes a screen from Brewer. Picked up by Gray. Janine looks to drive. Back to Gowan. Gowan's looking inside for Brewer. She works a move middle. Throws one up, no good. Rebound goes to Fallingstead. And it looks like she's going to be fouled by the Cowgirls' number 4, Ava Janine, which is her second, and puts the Trojans in the double bonus. Fallingstead's first free throw is good. Checking into the game for the Cowgirls will be number 0, Sydney Roberts. Second one's also good from Fallingstead. Cowgirls lead 31-30 with 1:53 to go in the first half. Godwin's going to walk it up. Cowgirls running some action here. Looks like they're going to get a screen for Roberts. Has a good look at three, but decides against it. Godwin will let one go from deep. No good. Deflected by Snowball. Knocked out of bounds, I believe, by number 21. That was off Gowan. Lots of contact out there. Refs are letting them play, like I said. I think some are looking for fouls. They're not getting them, and that's something you just got to play through, right? You can't control what the refs are going to call. You just got to play your game. John has it, top of the key. Frederick cuts. 15 seconds on the shot clock. John to Snowball. Back to John. Near corner. She'll drive baseline. Throws up a floater. No foul. Going to call a jump ball. Ball will stay with the Trojans. 1:04 left. Cowgirls lead 31-30. Trojans inbound. John cuts. They find Snowball at the wing. She's going to drive. She takes it. Her layup's good. Trojans have taken the lead, 32-31, 55 seconds to go. Good aggressive drive by Bella Snowball and a beautiful finish with her left hand. Gowan has it. Will the Cowgirls try to go 2 for 1? Looks like they're going to let this run down. I say that, and then Roberts throws up a layup. No good. No shot clock. Shot clock has reset. There's no shot clock here. Gray's going to let it rain from 3. That one's long. Ball, it's a hot potato right now. I'm not sure what's going on if the sweat on the ball, but nobody can hang on to it. Gowan's going to be fouled. I believe that's by Frederick. Her first, Trojans 10th. Gowan to the line for 2. 17.9 seconds left. Trojans lead 32-31. Gowan to the line for 2. Her first free throw attempt short. Gowan's second attempt's good. 32-32. 17 seconds to go. Trojans will play for the last shot. You would think. It's going to be a jump ball. Ball's going to go to the Cowgirls. Probably an announcer's curse there. As I said, you think they're going to play for one shot, and then they get a turnover. Cowgirls will have one last chance here. Gowan brings it up. Gets it to Janie, and Janie's got to throw something up. Her shot's no good. We talked about this being a classic HOL matchup, and you're going to go into the half with a 32-32 game. Probably what you would expect from these two teams. Two, as I said, conference rivals, teams that are familiar with each other, teams that get up for playing each other, teams that want to beat each other. And I think that the play of pace definitely slowed down as that half went on. You could see that whether that was the coach's decision or fatigue played a factor in that. So that's something to look for in the second half, because I believe both teams love to get out, love to press, but can they sustain that? That will be the question. So with this, we'll give another thank you to our sponsors: Lee's Electric, Ratzo's Pool Hall, Four Hill Farms, Ball Green Construction, Midwest Bank, Barnesville Grocery, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, and Dean's Bulk Service. We'll finish our activity schedule for next week. Oh, let's do the split the pot here first with the voice of the Lady Trojans, Nate Strand.
For split the pot, we have number 090-514-57. One more time, that is 090-514-57. Your number matches, bring it on down here.
Bring it on down. Split the pot. So next Tuesday, December 12th, we'll be having our 7th and 8th grade girls basketball game against Pelican Rapids starting at 4:30. It'll be a little different than the original schedule. It'll just be one game, 2 18-minute halves, with the 7th grade playing the first half and the 8th grade playing the second half. We'll be having a home basketball game for our varsity and JV girls. JV starts at 6, varsity 7:30 against Park Rapids. We'll be sending our JV C team and varsity boys teams to DL. 6 o'clock JV game, 7:30 C team game, and 7:45 varsity. Yes, those times are unique, and the reason is they'll also be hosting a girls varsity game there in DL. Next Thursday, December 14th, our 7th and 8th grade girls will be traveling to Perm for a I believe it's actually 3:45 game, a 4:40 game, and then a 6 o'clock JV, 7:30 varsity. And the cool thing about that is they're going to be playing all 4 of those games on that beautiful court in Perm and that facility that they call the Hive. So what a fun experience for our 7th and 8th graders. And that same night, our boys will be traveling to Breckenridge for a seed game, JV game, and varsity game. Those times are 6 o'clock JVC and 7:30 varsity. And the next Friday, December 15th, our wrestlers will be attending the Pequot Lakes tournament. And then our girls, 7th and 8th grade girls, will be traveling to Breckenridge for a 7th grade game at 4:30 and 8th grade game at 5:30. And then next Saturday, December 16th, wrestlers will be continuing that 2-day varsity wrestling tournament in Pequot. And then a fun thing for our boys varsity team, they'll be playing Park Christian at Concordia College at 9:45 a.m. So it's sort of a Cobber Classic, they're calling it up there, getting a bunch of area schools to come play a day full of basketball. And we drew the first slot, which is good. You get up there, get a cup of coffee, go watch some basketball, and you got the whole day to do anything you want. So that's the schedule for the next 2 weeks. With this, I'm going to turn my mic off, let you listen to the beautiful music that Nathan Strand has decided to choose, and we'll come back in about 5 minutes for the end of halftime and the start of the second half. We're about a minute and a half away from halftime being done. Some stats here for you at half. For the Trojans, Snowball has 7 points. Sophie Frederick has 3. Annika Cassette 3. Auburn Hintz 2. Abby John has, I'm looking straight from the book here. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8. Has 13. And Ava Fallenstead has 4. Some stats for the Cowgirls. Sydney Roberts has 5 at half. Parker Yagi has 9 points. Ava Janning has 8 points. Piper Janning has 2 points. Gowan has 5 points. And Ellie Brewer has 3 points. So those are the stats for both teams at half. And obviously some fouls are going to come into play here in the second half. John and Haft have 2 fouls apiece for the Trojans. For the Cowgirls, Sydney Roberts has 2, Parker Yagi has 2, Ava Janning has 2, Erin Blofis has 2, and Ellie Brewer has 2. So, foul trouble could be a factor for both teams here in the second half. Trojans will start with the ball. Looks like it'll be Lexi Haft to inbound the ball for the Trojans. Same starting lineup for both teams here in the second half. Parker Yagi to defend Haft. Gets it into John. Nice little play there. She can drive and throws it up to Fallenstead. Her layup's good. And you wonder with Blofis having 2 fouls, how much she wanted to contest that shot. Gowan up top. You can already tell the pace is a little bit slower here. John gambles. Yagi has it. She'll drive. Blofis skips it to Gowan. She'll drive. Left-handed layups up. That one's good. Ties the game up at 34 apiece. 35 seconds in. 34-34. Haft to bring it up against the press. I was just going to say it's not the typical play you want, and I don't know if anybody saw that on camera, but Sophie Frederick just made an amazing athletic play. I have no idea what she slipped on, but she fell, and then she did a complete somersault and stood right up. Congrats to her. If you got that, that's an athletic play. But back to that play with Haft, I don't think if you're Barnesville, you want your posts being the ones that break that press. You want to maybe look to slow it down and set up some offense. Whether or not Haft is comfortable doing that, that's one thing. I'm not sure. John's going to set up a play. Here comes a high pick and roll for Haft. She's going to roll hard. She pops back up. She swings it across to Gray. Another screen for Gray. Gray will put it on the floor. John's 3 from the top of the key is no good. Rebound goes to Blofis. Here comes Sydney Roberts up the near side. Up top to Gowan. Gowan will look to break Gray down. Roberts has it. Blofis posting up. Defended beautifully by Haft. Lots of contact. Refs are going to let him play again. John's going to look to drive. Her scoop layup's good. Gowan has it. Defended by Gray. Roberts has it. Looking for Blofis in the post. Here comes a screen from Janning. Kicks it to Gowan. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Gowan has it stolen away. Somehow Haft keeps it alive. Gets it to John. Back to Haft. She'll look to push. Pulls up a jump shot from about the elbow. Frederick has it. Back to Fallenstead in the corner. Gets it to John. Coach Baumsted's trying to tell him to reset, slow it down. John with a hesitation move. She's going to drive, kicks it to Fallenstead. Her layup's no good. And she's going to get called for over the back. Good rebound there by Blofis. Shout out to Brandon Fankcannell, otherwise known as Brandon Dilbeck nowadays. I've been on the receiving end of one of those myself, where Brandon did back in the day, did a nice job breaking down, passed it to me across the lane, wide open layup, and I did the same thing Ava unfortunately did, where it just went in and out, and you feel horrible. But you got to move on to the next play. That's what it's all about. Yagi for 3. That one's good. Nice little set play by the Cowgirls. Gives the Cowgirls a 1-point lead. 37-36, 14 minutes and 55 seconds left. Here comes Hafe. Her floater's up, no good. And that's a smart play by Lexi Hafe as she deflected the ball. I believe that was off Blofis. All right, we're going to have a little... Completely missed that play as I'm trying to set up a microphone for my special guest here. But it looks like Abby John made a nice play. It's going to be an and one. We'll see who the foul is on. All right, let's get our guy hooked up there. He's going to get his headset ready. So that foul was on Gowan. Her second, team's first. John's free throw's good. All right, it's mic check here. Go ahead and do a little talking, sir.
1-2, 1-2.
1-2, we're good. All right. I'd like to welcome Mr. Evan Packer to the broadcast tonight. Evan Packer is a senior here at Barnesville. He plays basketball. He golfs. What am I missing, Evan?
I shoot trap in the spring as well.
Shoot trap in the spring as well. Awesome. Awesome. And let's see, you're in you are in jazz band? Are you?
Correct.
Correct. Okay, good. So, well-rounded kid. We call him the Pac-Man, not to be confused with Jeff Nibby, who we also call the Pac-Man, but you're the original Pac-Man.
Mine's spelled with a C. His is with a K.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Evan, what do you think of the game so far?
Well, I just got here. I was working concessions, but judging by the score, I say we're going pretty good.
Going pretty good, yeah. It's that classic rivalry game in the HL. It's Breck Barnesville. You know you're going to get everybody's best shot.
Oh, and here goes Abby John.
Yep. Her layup's
there's
good.
two.
That's 2. So John, that's been her game tonight. It's a lot of that transition, that fast court, steals, layups, but it's feast or famine, right? When you're getting those steals, you think you can make every play, and she just picked up her third foul 4 minutes into the second half. So, once again, it's decision time for Mr. Bomstead to decide, does he trust John to stick it out and not pick up that fourth? Or do you
nice rebound by Foster.
Yes, it was. Can you buy some time and get a sub in? Gray's going to let it rain here.
Hey,
that one's good. Nice play by Kennedy Gray. Good transition basket there. Trojans have opened up a 7-point lead. Roberts' 3 is up, no good. Yagi gets the offensive board. Her shot's no good. Blofis cleans up the glass. One thing, Evan, I've been saying is just, you hear both crowds complaining about calls, but you know what? Refs are letting them play, and that's just, you're going to have to learn to play through that contact. So
yeah, I'd agree. There was contact there. Yeah. They never called it. Minus that one.
Minus that one, right? So the fouls, it looks like it's going to go on number 24, Erin Blofis, which is her third. So a similar situation for Coach Bogenreef over there. Does he trust her to stay in? Or can he buy some time here with substitution? Fallingstead to the line for 2. First one's good. Checking into the game for the Trojans, number 14, Annika Cassette, and number 22, Mariah Coltis. I had to look at my roster. So checking into the game for Blofis, and Coltis is a 6'1" freshman.
Missed the second one.
Missed the second one. Cassette's 3.
No good.
No good. It's long. Rebound goes to Fallingstead. She's going to be fouled, and I believe that's going to be on Coltis. We'll find out.
That's 2 more shots for Ava.
Right. Absolutely. I jokingly chatted. So we got a timeout here on the floor. Coach Bogenreef. If you look at Breck's roster, there's a lot of, you got 6 foot, 6'1", and I asked Coach Bogenreef before the game, I said, what are you feeding them down there? He goes, obviously not enough. Talks about their height, but they're young, right? They're going to grow, and that's just what he was referring to, is that they're only going to get better and get bigger. But yeah, there's height. I think Breck always has height. It's something we don't always have here, Packer. So Evan, let's talk about boys basketball here in this timeout. How's the first couple? Are we 2 weeks in, roughly?
Yes.
Yeah. How's practice been going?
Practice has been going actually not too bad. We've just been we haven't had a game yet. We don't play till next week Tuesday, but we've been working on stuff. Just started implementing new offensive plays. Just kind of working up to the first game.
Yeah. And it's going to be an interesting first couple weeks for you guys because you're not going to be 100% healthy, right?
No.
You got some guys that aren't going to be necessarily playing right away, working back from some injuries from football season, right? But at the same time, you can look at that two ways. You can say, oh man, like no, we got to, play without our starters, right? Well, no, you can look at it this way and say, hey, this is building depth for later in the year. This is getting guys opportunities right away that aren't used to these opportunities. And what a great learning experience for them, right?
Well, and like you said about that, I don't really like to think of our team as just starters and then the second strings.
Yeah.
We're a full team of starters.
Hey, we not me, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it. Good job. First one's no good. That was a great answer, by the way. So that's a senior answer. That's someone that's been through the system and understands
That's
it, right?
not a senior answer. That's my answer.
That's your answer. Okay, all right. Mr. Smart Man, you are, right?
Second one's good.
Second one is good. You called that before it went in.
I have a knack for that.
Okay, maybe we'll have to challenge here. I'm not sure what Yegi's calling, but I'm taking offense to it jokingly.
Looked like a double screen.
It looked like a horns down sign. I'm a big Longhorns guy.
Really?
And that's a 15-yard penalty in football. You do the horns down. That's disrespectful to Texas.
Wow.
But it looked like you were calling for some sort of double screen there. So good call on that. Roberts to drive. Deflected by Cassette. Janning has it inside.
Down with the pain.
Wide open.
Yep.
Nice shot. That's going to be Holtis, who's fresh into the game.
Pressuring full court.
Yep,
They get a tip.
they do. And this is what Breck likes to do. Janning's going to go to the line for two. That foul's going to go on Haft, which I believe will be her third.
Really?
Yeah. Trojans fourth. Haft's third. So another decision for Coach Baumstead, and Piper Thompson went straight to the scorer's table.
First one's good.
Yeah, Janning's first free throw's good. Thompson checking in for Haft. So 12:29 to go. Trojans lead 46-42. Janning's second free throw. That one's in and out. Rebound goes to Thompson, but it called a jump ball. So ball will stay with the Cowgirls, and fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock. So once again, that was that unique rule where it's in the front court. It doesn't change possession. It's going to go to 20, not 35. Roberts is going to let it go from three, and that one's good.
That's it.
Cuts the Trojans lead to one.
And Trojans threw it out on the inbound. Breck's ball still.
Breck's ball still, right? Going to take it out on the sideline. It's for Barnesville, they play quite a few sophomores, a couple freshmen, and a lot of times, or I guess right now for sure, it's a lot of their first times on varsity, right? So that inexperience, that learning.
I believe that foul's on Piper.
Thompson, right?
Yes.
So 22. Once again, that's Mariah Coltis. She'll go to line for two. Nice aggressive offensive board by her. Just a few minutes ago, I think Trojans had an 8-point lead.
Now we're down to one.
Now it's down to one. Coltis' first free throw is long. So Coach Bogenreef took that timeout, much needed timeout, and it was the right time, obviously, as the Cowgirls have gotten a 7-0 run, I believe. Second one's long. Rebound goes to Fallingstead.
And Cassette brings it up, kicks it to Kennedy down the side, over the court.
Frederick, yep. Cassette
Back
has
to
it.
Kennedy, letting it fly for the three. No good.
No good. I like it, Packer. Roberts is going to push.
All the way down the court. That's a quick pass. Up for the layup. That's 2 points.
2 points. Cowgirls have retaken the lead. 11:45 to play. Cowgirls lead 47-46. Break the press with Frederick. She brings it up the side. Corner to Fallingstead. Thompson turns it over. Here goes Roberts. Kicks across to Janning. Her left-hand layups in and out. Yegi's fouled on the offensive board. She'll go to the line for two. So Thompson's second. Trojans fifth. So 2 more fouls here. We're only 5.5 minutes into the game, and they'll be shooting bonus free throws. Yegi's first one's in and out. John back into the game for the Trojans, and Lexi Hafe. So we talked about, can you buy a few minutes? And Coach Baum said might have bought 2 minutes with Abby John and Lexi Hafe on the bench, and he's going to trust them here to not pick up their fourth with 11:25 to go. Yegi's second free throw's up and good.
Are they going to pressure? They are still pressuring full court.
Yeah.
Roughly. They're backing off.
Slowing it down a little bit, making them waste that shot clock.
Here comes John down the center. talking, figuring it out what to do to try to break this Breck defense.
Corner to John. Now where you want to be. She's going to drive baseline. Kicks it to Fallingstead.
Up for two. Long.
Forward goes to
rebound for John as well.
But she's out of bounds as she tries to pass that in. Good effort play. You appreciate that. Okay, checking into the game for the Cowgirls. It's going to be Gowan. Yes, very good. Packer knows his roster.
Her father works with my father.
Oh, small world, small world. I love it. Yagi to drive, kicks to Roberts in the corner. Her three's good. Cowgirls have opened up a 5-point lead, 51-46. Nice cut by Haft. Dribble handoff to Frederick. Up top to Haft. She looks to drive.
Gets fouled.
Yeah, she'll go to the line.
I believe that is shooting, yes.
So Gowan picks up her third.
First one is no good.
Adriana Spear, it looks like, number 1, is going to check into the game for the Cowgirls for Gowan as she picked up her third. Second one is in and out. Jadine looks to push, picked up by Gray. Roberts hands off to Spear. Back to Roberts. Defended by Frederick. Here comes a screen from Yagi. Good cut by Yagi. Knocked out of bounds by Kennedy Gray, and there's 11 seconds left on the shot clock.
And I think that was a very good play by Kennedy. She got a hand in there, stopped the shot without a foul.
A little help side defense, helped the helper there.
Exactly.
4-low play.
Over the top.
Ball screen. Ooh, coming out for Roberts. Shooter in the
three.
corner.
No
in and out.
Recovered by Fredrickson. Frederick, sorry.
That's all right. Turnover on the Cowgirls. Good effort play by Frederick to save it. I think she thought she was going to get fouled, but she didn't.
Exactly.
Right? Had to, yep. That's tough. And these players got to learn to play through this, right? You can't assume a ref's going to make the call. Fallingstead is going to look to push. Back out to Gray. Has
down the
Haft.
center to Haft. Out to Sophie. Up for three.
Long.
Just long. Into Frederick's hand. For Ava Fallingstead, excuse me. She gets fouled trying to put it back in.
That foul was on the ground, though, so it was not shooting. So team's fifth.
Oh, Abby John right up the center. Fouled on the shot. That's two free throws for us right here.
And I'm guessing that's going to be on Coltis again. We'll see. So she just picked up 2 quick ones there to get her to 3. So here comes Blofis back in for her. John to the line for 2. First one's good. Second one's in and out. Cowgirls lead 51-46 with 9 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the game. Roberts off the screen. There's Blofis, and she's going to be fouled. Nice little play.
That foul was on Kennedy Gray. That makes it her, I believe, that is her third, yes.
Blofis to the line for 2. First one's no good.
And with that foul on Gray, that puts Breck into the bonus. That was the 7th team foul, so now they will be shooting regardless of the foul calls made.
Good observation. You're a smart man. That one's good. Cowgirls lead 52-47, 9:27 to go. Trojans break the press. Pana gets it back to John. Passes to Haft, who sets a screen for Cassette. Doesn't use it. Into the corner to John. Will drive baseline. Has Pana up top.
Up to Pana.
She's going to drive. Ball's knocked out of her hands. Turnover Trojans. Janing has it, defended by Pana. Nine minutes to go, it's 52-47. Yagi has it, defended by Cassette. Roberts wide open for three in the corner.
Rebounded by Ava.
You know what? A little miscommunication. That's not somebody you want to leave wide open. Roberts has hit a couple big daggers tonight.
Step back from Abby John does not go in.
But deflected out of bounds by Yagi, so the Trojans will retain the ball. Checking into the game for the Cowgirls, number 21. Thought you were going to take that because that's your...
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You're half asleep here.
I am not. I was just thinking about something. Dump back to Hay. She keeps it in play, but it goes out of bounds down the sideline. That will be Breckenridge's ball.
Serious question, how many bags of popcorn do you think you guys sold in concessions?
Well, I feel like I made about 600, so.
We'll see if you sold them all. Shout out to the boys golf team for working concessions tonight. Got to have those teams and those groups work, otherwise we can't have concessions. So
2 games in a row, actually.
Yeah,
we
lucky
the game
you.
On Tuesday as
yeah.
well.
Good little profit for you guys, fundraiser. That shot's good.
That is 2 points, though, I believe. Yes, she was inside the line.
Nice shot by Spear.
Pana drives down the middle, puts up a layup, gets fouled. That's 2 shots.
That fall's going to go on Spear. Cowgirls lead 54-47 with 8 minutes and 5 seconds left in the game.
I would like to know both teams are in bonus now.
Rest of the way with 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Pana's first one short. Second one's long, no good. Rebound goes to the Cowgirls. Janing will bring it up. Up top to Blofis. Gets it to Yagi. Corner to Gowan. Back to Yagi. Hits a cutting Yagi. Lots of contact. No foul. Let him play. John's going to take it. Has Pana. She's going to launch a three.
That one's swish. That is 3 points for the Trojans, and with that, it is a 4-point game, 54-50. The Cowgirls are still up.
Much needed three-pointer for the Trojans. Good screen by Blofis.
Step back from Gowan. No good.
John's going to push. She's going to look to take her, hit a little. Lots of contact, no foul. Got to learn to play through. Ball was deflected out of bounds by the Cowgirls. Trojans will retain possession. Checking into the game for the Trojans, number 25, Ashley Manival. And it looks like 0, Sydney Roberts for the Cowgirls. So it's 54-50, 7:22 left in the game. Little box set play here.
Out to Haft on the 3-point line.
It's going to be a pop,
to Macy.
classic pop play. Pana drives, loses it to Manival. Back to Manival, looks like it's going to go off her shoe. So turnover Trojans. Cowgirls will take it here, 7:14 left, leading 54-50. Calling the horns down play again.
Double screen on John.
I like that. I like that play. So it's a screen into a screen.
Yes.
Yagi's going to shoot a three, blocked by John. Cassette has it. She will push. Has numbers. Gets it to Haft.
Jumper.
That one's no good.
Still gets the ball back.
Board to Haft.
Back out to Cassette, who dribbles it out of bounds. That's a turnover on the Trojans.
Checking the game for the Cowgirls is number 4, Ava Janing. Timeout, Coach Baumstead. So with that timeout, we'll thank our sponsors, Lee's Electric, Ratzo's Pool Hall, Four Hill Farms, Ballgreen Construction, Midwest Bank, Barnesville Grocery, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, and Dean's Bulk Service. So back to the little boys basketball we were talking about. You know, something really cool for me personally, and I guess for you since you'll deal with him a little bit, but Justin Haugen, your new 9th grade coach?
Correct.
I was coaching 9th grade when I was a sophomore and junior here at Barnesville. So when we were in this process of finding somebody, we went down many different paths here, many, dead ends. We thought we were going to be promising, it just didn't work out. But it led us to Justin, and then I didn't know if it would work out, but thought it'd be worth it. And for him to come back this many years later, it's so cool because I'll be honest, I absolutely loved him. I never had him personally as my coach, but he was one of my assistants. And that's a guy that you would do anything for, and you know he would do anything for you. Great relationship with the kids, so I'm very blessed and very happy that you guys get him. So what are your first impressions of Justin Haugen?
Well, like you said, he's just come back after a huge break. I don't even know how many years it's been. But I've only known him for a couple of weeks now, and I really like the guy. He seems very nice, talks you through it, seems to know what he's doing when it comes to basketball. I think he's just a great guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And a guy that graduated from DGF, so he's a Rebel. Coach for the Trojans, back coaching again for the Trojans. Used to live in Hawley a little bit. His sister lives in Pelican, so it's just you're getting all different cities of the HL, so he's taking a little tour.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't. You're right. Yagi drives in. Nice pass to Bloffish. She's
blocked by Manival. Cassette bringing it up. The fast break. Gets fouled. Not the end one. She will be shooting 2, though.
So that's going to be on number 21. That's Gowan's 4th. Cassette to the line for 2.
Like you said, that's Gowan's 4th, but I do not see a sub coming for her, so she looks like she will stay in the game. Never mind.
And I think there's a little confusion. I think Breckenridge, and I'm not sure, I don't have instant replay, thought that Gowan wasn't even near that play, and the fall should have been on somebody else, so be interesting to look at that later. Second one's up and good by Cassette.
That's 2 in a row. It's a 2-point game now.
54-52, 6 minutes and 22 seconds left in this HOL battle between the Breckenridge Cowgirls and the Barnesville Trojans. Comes a screen from Roberts. Janine will drive. Her shot's good. A nice little driving layup by Janine to extend that lead to 4 again. Nice response by the Breckenridge Cowgirls. Back to Cassette. It is a hot potato right now.
I know. They were just kicking it back and forth to beat the press.
And you know what? They're used to, okay, so Abby John's their primary ball handler. So it's a good challenge for Barnesville to try to figure out who can do that for them when Abby's not in the game.
Yep.
Save.
Macy Ponda down the middle, loses the ball. Brett gets it on a turnover. Foul under the hoop. That might be on Ashley Manival.
So Hafe's fourth foul.
Fourth foul.
So decision time again because 5 minutes, 41 seconds. Fallon said check, went to that scorer's table instantly. So he's going to take out Manival. So trusting Hafe here, right? 4 fouls. Bloffish to the line for a 1-1.
Shots up.
First one's no good.
No good.
Rebound to Hafe.
Dribble handoff to Macy Pana. All the way back over the other side of the court. Back to the corner to Cassette. She drives down the middle. Dishes it to, I believe, Frederick. Down to Ava Fall instead. Back out to Cassette. Back up to Lexi Hafe, who drives down the center. Throws it over Sophie Frederick's head out of bounds. I don't think she was trying to do that, but she was pressured.
John back into the game. Veronica Cassette. Yagi to bring it up for the Cowgirls. Cowgirls leading 56-52.
Here's that double screen of yours again.
Roberts has it, going to look to drive. She takes Frederick to the hole, and that's going to be a foul on number 4, Sophie Frederick. Roberts to the line for 2.
That was her second foul on Frederick. Team's 9th, though.
So one more and there's a double bonus. Roberts' first free throw is up and good.
Macy Pana getting subbed out for Kennedy Gray right there.
Roberts' second free throw is also good.
Abby John to bring up the ball. Drives all the way. Doesn't get anything.
Here comes Yagi going full court. Nice pass to Janine. Her shot's no good. Rebound falling instead.
Dishes it up to John, who grabs it down. Drives all the way. Kicks it out to Kennedy for the 3. It's up.
No good.
Just short. Rebounded by the Cowgirls. They put up another three after that. I believe that was, let me check the roster real quick.
Sydney Roberts.
Sydney Roberts, thank you. That's what I thought.
Sorry, I was monkeying with the headsets.
No, you're good.
Turnover Trojans. Yagi will push. Has Janine. She's fouled.
On
no
the ground.
basket. On the ground, but double bonus
It is
nonetheless.
double bonus.
She'll get 2 free throws.
That is Abby John's 4th foul as well. So 2 players with 4 fouls now.
But at this point, you can't take either
Exactly.
of them out. So it's the trust. It's saying, hey, you got to stay out of foul trouble. First free throw is no good by Janine. And tell you what, very impressed with Ava Janine, 7th grader. Number 4 is a 7th grader.
Really?
Really, yep.
I couldn't even tell.
Yep.
Second one is no good, just barely falls out. Looks like they're trying to foul Abby John. Maybe not, just pressuring.
Trying to tire her out is what they're doing.
There you go, there you go.
Haft has it over to Frederick. Frederick's going to get a screen from Fallingstead.
The roll was there.
Was there. Haft forces it inside.
Up from Kennedy Gray, no good. Rebound to Abby John, who gets fouled on the shot. That is 2 shots for Abby John.
It's Coltis' 4th. And I believe all this half. So Blafis will come back into the game. Unique shot there. Her free throw was long, hits the back iron, pops straight up and goes in. You gotta love that. That's what you call shooter's touch. Or luck. I'm not sure.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. John's 2nd attempt.
That one's good.
It's good. Cowgirls lead 61-54. Timeout on the floor. That one was taken by, I wasn't even sure. Was that Barnesville?
Yes, I believe it was.
It was, so it took a full timeout. So, situation, Evan, 61-54, 7-point game, a few minutes left. You all have the shot clock, right? So previous years,
yes,
you could have ran maybe 1 or 2 minutes off in one possession. Now you only have 35 seconds, so strategy is a little bit different where, yeah, they're probably going to hold it a little bit, but Barnesville knows if you apply pressure, you can get the ball, you can score quickly. You're going to have multiple possessions left. So it's not just, you don't know, right?
Yeah.
When a team comes out in the stall ball. So my guess is here, Coach Baumstead's he's going to set up some press here. He's going to set up a different look, 1-2-1-1, maybe a 2-2-1, whatever that is. Try to force a quick turnover, get a couple easy buckets here. And I'm sure Coach Bogenree's talking about, hey, we got a 7-point lead. Who needs the ball right now more? It's them, right?
Yes. So
they're going to have their foot on the gas pedal. They're going to be applying more pressure. We need to be strong with the ball. And we're in no rush right now.
And I do believe it is Breck's ball starting out.
Yep, off those made free throws, it's Breck's ball.
Yeah,
so I lied. I talked about press. He came out, nope. So we'll see what the change is.
Looks like they're still playing man, actually.
Yep.
Half court man, I'll say. No press. Oh, bad pass.
Almost stolen by the Trojans. Roberts makes a great play to keep it alive. They're looking inside to Blofis, who, nice move by her. That one rims out. Jump ball. Trojans will get possession. So, stop for the Trojans, right? Now it's a stop, score, stop, score. That's got to be your pattern. And obviously for the Cowgirls, they're going to stop. You want to get stops too. John has it, dribbles around, skips it to Haft, to Gray.
Back to Haft.
No movement right now. It's a little stagnant offense. They get the ball back to John. John is going to hand off to Frederick. He's going to swing it across.
All the way around.
Here comes a double on John. She'll drive. Her shot's no good. Yeage's going to take it coast to coast. Nobody home. Back to Roberts. To Yeage in the corner. Nice cut by Janie, but smart move by Yeage. Didn't throw it in. Hey, let's milk some clock.
Pick and roll dump to her for the 2 points.
Yeah, great play by Roberts. Good read. She saw the double coming, and there was no help side defense to help the helper.
John chucks to the corner for Frederick for the three. It is good. With that, it's a 6-point game. Cowgirls are up 63-57.
And you know the importance. We talked about the shot clock, so.
Yep. However, I do believe that is Hafe's 5th foul. So she will have to get subbed out here.
I'm proud of you. I know I had you in 6th grade for math, and the fact that you can count to 5, I'm very, very proud of you. So,
I had a great teacher.
So Haft has 5, so they can't shoot this. They have to sub her out. Auburn hints into the game for the Trojans. Cowgirls lead 63-57. 2:16 to play. Jane into the line for 2. First one's good. Speaking of shooter's touch, shooter's roll right there. Hits the front, hits the back, goes in. So it looks like Gowan's going to check in for Janine here. So Cowgirls lead 65-57, 8-point lead with 2:16 to go. Finds Fallingstead on a nice cut. Her layup's good. Here comes that full court pressure,
There's
Evan.
the pressure, yep.
They're going to try to force a quick
Off
turnover.
the made basket. It's tale as old as time. Gets it to Kennedy, puts it up. There's 2 more for Barnesville.
It's a 4-point game.
Just under 2 minutes left.
So now it's interesting because it's just 35. It's 28 seconds. You can get the ball down 4 with 1:20 here. You don't need to foul. Plenty of time for a couple possessions here.
That's
the ball's going to go off Yagi.
Missed drive. Turns into a turnover. That's Barnesville ball.
Huge possession here for the Trojans, trailing the Cowgirls 65-61, 1:35 left.
They almost have to put up some points here. They almost have to.
They do. This is a big possession because no matter what
Ava's
you do.
down in the center. Dribbles around, puts up 2. Is fouled. That's an and 1.
Nice play design by the Trojans. Fallingstead's fouled on the play. Layup's good. That's going to be Loftus' 4th foul. Fallingstead has a chance here with it 1:24 to go to cut this to a 1-point lead for the Breckenridge Cowgirls.
And I apologize for anyone at home if I got a little loud there. I just get excited sometimes.
Fallingstead's free throw
It is good.
Timeout Cowgirls.
It is a 1-point game with 1:24 left. This is where it gets fun.
So with 1:24 to go, Cowgirls lead 65-64. Coach Bogenreef over there calling a timeout. So you're probably going to expect some pressure from Bomstead. Coach Bomstead, like that full court like they've been causing there, right?
Yep.
A couple turnovers in a row. So you're drawing up your press break. You're talking about 35 seconds. But the thing is, you don't want to waste these 35 seconds. Coach Bogenreef wants a good look. Okay? You want a good look. You want to be aggressive. Get to the hole. They've been calling the fouls here lately, right? Get to the line. Give yourself a chance. And if you're Barnesville, you're talking about, all right, get a stop, right? We're going to come out, apply some pressure here. You can force a turnover, great. Not, get a stop in the half court, and then probably setting up, okay, this is the set we're going to run, right? This is the play we're going to run. Wouldn't be surprised if the ball is obviously in John's hands and ends up somehow in Fallingstead's hands, right? Vice versa over here for Breck, I'll guarantee you Yagi's going to have something to do with that. Whether or not they run that double set up top for the high pick and roll.
I would assume that is if they get it through the press.
Yep. Or if they isolate her, spread it out, spread the court out, and just give her the court and say, "Hey, you beat the girl guarding you."
So it looks like it's a 2-2-1 press.
They're going to face guard a little bit. Yagi here
Face guarding.
enters it into Gowan to Yagi, who breaks the press.
Behind from Kennedy.
John,
Picked up by
no idea who has the ball. Jump ball is going to stay with the Cowgirls. So great effort by both teams on that play. Nice little sportsmanship from Yagi and John there as they patted each other. One great player to another, respect. So 25-second shot clock because the possession never changed, right?
Correct.
Breck brought it across, and that's the new things this year. So great job by our shot clock guy over there, Mr. Brian Strand. Questionable whether or not that was over and back, but that's always that debate of did she have possession. Roberts has it. She'll drive. They're going to call a block on Fallingstead, which was a 50-50 call.
That was a 50-50
whether
call.
you agree or disagree.
I will admit I did not look if Fallingstead was in the RA. I could not tell.
Restricted area, yep. And that's the debate. That guy had the best view, so.
She made that free throw, so it is now a 2-point game. Cowgirls are up.
First one's up and good by Roberts. Second one is good. John to bring it up. Cowgirls lead 67-64.
3-point game, just under a minute.
Hand off to Gray. And the thing is, you don't need a three here.
And they did not.
So there's a turnover there. So as I was about to make a comment about the shot clock difference, you don't need to, right? Because Barnesville can still get the ball back. There is 41 seconds, 35-second shot clock, so about 6.6-second difference. Cowgirls lead 67-66. John to bring it up. Gets it to Hintz. Hintz will look to drive. Nothing there. John has it, defended by Roberts. Looks inside to Fallingstead. Wants it. Hands back to Hintz. Hintz has it, gives it to John up top. John's calling for a screen. Clears it out. She's going to drive. Throws one up. No good. Rebound Fallingstead. Her shot's good. Timeout's going to be called by Coach Bogenreef. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Trojans lead 68-67. 12 seconds to go. Obviously, shot clock is done. Cowgirls will have to go the length of the court in 12 seconds, trailing by 1.
So I'd imagine, like we were saying earlier, I'd imagine here comes the full court press like they've been doing.
That's the great question, because if you do that, you put yourself at risk of getting beat.
That is true.
And you also are trying to be aggressive, and that could risk a foul. That's the, so in this situation, maybe you are coming on a little full court pressure, but you're sagging off a bit and not necessarily denying where they can beat you over the top, or gambling. When you gamble, right, and you try to cut that gap, they can go over the top. So it's just going to be interesting to see what the coach calls here. Well, same with Coach Bogenreef, because you need a quick hitter. It's 12 seconds, because it's okay. The other debate would be, do you apply pressure to get it across court? Because if you don't, they might just roll the ball up. Clock doesn't start until they touch it.
There's that.
So
and it looks like Gray is going up.
I'm going to apply pressure here because you want that clock to start on the touch. So right there. Yep. Here comes the screen. Gray's going to cut it off.
It's across half court.
Godwin has it. Okay, quick timeout. So good call by Coach Bogenreef. Used his last timeout. So he took about half of that. Why? Well, now he can set up a sideline on a bounce play over there. So he's got a quick 30-second timeout. And this, like I said, this doesn't need to be a quick hitter. This can be a...
No, they have plenty of time.
You can run a set on a bounce play, get the ball at the top, and run a set play in about 5 seconds. So lot of options on the table here for Coach Bogenreef. And I'm sure over there, Coach Bonson's talking about maybe this is what you can expect. Here's something they might run, or you know who the ball's going to, right? We know Yagi. We know maybe Bloffus in the post, right? Or Sydney Roberts tonight has the hot hand. She's the one with 18 points. So lots of options on the table for the Cowgirls. And obviously, as the Trojans, you don't want to foul.
Yes, a foul here would not be good.
Yep, straight up. Big thing here, too, possession arrow. So if it is a jump ball, you see who gets it, Evan?
We do. Barnesville.
Trojans get it. So interesting play. You're not guarding the inbounder here, right? So this is a decision you got to make. You're not guarding the inbounder. So
down to the corner, up from Gowan. It's good.
And that will seal it. What a shot. What a play. That is ice in your veins for someone who had been sitting on the bench in foul trouble here in the last few minutes. For her to step up and hit that corner three, amazing. Props to the Cowgirls. They come in here. This is a tough environment to play in. It's a rivalry game in the HOL. And that, as I talked to Coach Bogenreef before the game, he talked about his team being young. And for a young team to have, the confidence to make a play like that in the final seconds, especially for a sophomore, Emily Gowan, who's a 5'7" sophomore, to step up and hit that shot, that says a lot. I mean, I think this is a huge victory for them. Obviously for Barnesville, tough loss, but a lot, you can like, because Barnesville also found themselves in a hole late in the game, battled back to take the lead, right? And even for Coach Bogenreef's young team, had the lead, gave it up, you just took it back. So,
Hey, tough loss, but still a great game.
yep, absolutely. Learning experiences on both teams. Things you can take away, things you can work on, right? And that's where you want to be. And I would expect when Barnesville heads down to Breck here in the near future, you can expect a similar style game. So, but with that, Evan, I'd just like to say thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. Hope you had a little fun.
I always do. I love doing this part of stuff.
Perfect. So let's plan maybe a little bit later. We'll have you come back sometime, all right?
Sure, I will gladly.
And I know someone made a comment to me about getting stats, so I think in the future what we'll try to do is get, at halftime, I'll get the pictures of the stat books, and then at the end of the game, if we're still doing this post-game stuff, to get them to send it. But I see they're working on the stats over there, no big deal. So we'll work on that for the future. I know Jim Brayton at home wants me to have stats, live stats. That's something, first year of this, we'll continue to work on and try to make this better. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, as the sun sets on tonight's game, we'd just like to take a moment to acknowledge the hard work, dedication displayed by both teams tonight. Win or lose, it's the spirit of the game and the camaraderie among these young ladies that truly stands out. So thank you for listening and supporting our students, both students from Barnesville and Breckenridge. Until next time, stay safe, and most importantly, go Trojans.